everyone, and welcome back to Ask WSO. In today's video, we're going to be covering the commonly asked question of what's asset management and what's private wealth management and what's the difference between the two of them. So this is a commonly asked thing, and some banks title things differently. So we're going to go over all of that in detail in this video, going through some different threads on our site as well as different resources so that you guys can have access to them later on and look into them if you have any more questions. Without further ado, let's hop in. Alright everybody, so like I mentioned, the first thing I'm going to do is head over to the Wall Street Oasis site, and from here you can go over to the search bar and just type in your question. So for me, asset versus wealth management. Now when you search this, you're going to get a ton of different results, some even going over corporate banking versus asset or wealth management, exit opportunities into hedge funds, private equity, etc. So you're going to have a ton of different threads on this, including life as a top asset manager or wealth management at JP Morgan, so it gets very specific. I picked out two general threads that cover the bases of the comparison of these two industries, and I've also created this graphic for your reference, and I'm going to be going over all the different questions that a lot of people seem to ask. I'll have this open on the side for your reference. Firstly, what is asset management? What is private wealth management? As you can see here, asset management is the direction of a client's capital and securities by a financial services company such as an investment bank. This also includes a variety of services ranging from traditional and alternative product offerings. Asset management can apply to both tangible and intangible assets. Private wealth management, on the other hand, is an investment practice that incorporates financial planning, portfolio management, and other aggregated financial services for individuals or companies. This is more specific towards high net worth investors where they can afford more diverse levels of services for their investment needs. Now, that's a very brief overview. If you guys are kind of lost after that, that's why I've created this over here so we can go into a lot more detail. Now, if we jump over to this graphic here, the first question is, who are you managing? So it's typically institutional. What that means is that it's going to be an actual organization that might require your assistance rather than an individual person. And who are you managing? You're managing that, and you're managing that client's assets only. On the other hand, if you're in wealth management, you typically are handling this for high net worth individuals or high net worth investors. I know for Goldman Sachs program in particular, it's at least 10 million AUM, assets under management. Some places even have a requirement for how much money this person can have in order for them to be a client of yours. And you are managing all of this client's financials. What is the focus? So the focus for asset management is a narrower focus. The reason for that is because you're focusing on things like stocks, real estate, fixed income securities. You're focusing only on their assets. On the other hand, for private wealth management, you have a much wider focus, including asset management as part of it, tax, financial planning. So you're really going to go through this person's entire life, all the things that they have planned, see what they're saving for, and figure out the best way to allocate their money for them in order to give them a great return. What are you managing? What you're managing for asset management is going to be investments, projections. You're going to be doing risk return and suitable assets, both tangible and intangible. On the other hand, for private wealth management, asset management is going to be a part of it, portfolio, their tax, their education, insurance, retirement, their plans. Somebody who is going to be more conservative because they need to pull their money out in 10 years for retirement is going to invest differently than a 20-year-old who has a lot of money already, just exited a company, and has plans for the long term. So you definitely want to cater your portfolio towards that person. The titles, one is considered a broker-dealer by many, which is asset management. On the other hand, it's often considered investment advisor, financial advisor for someone in wealth management. Responsibility. Of course, you have a responsibility that's similar in both of them, however, it's a little bit more specific. So for asset management, you have to offer suitable items to your client base, meaning you can't offer something that's totally off base. You have the responsibility to your client to offer something that's suitable to them. On the other hand, the fiduciary responsibility is always first for private wealth management. You always have to think of your client first. Of course, there are legal implications for that, as well as you have to make sure that your clients are happy, otherwise they can always leave. In asset management, who you work with is really dependent on what you offer. A lot of what you offer is going to be in-house products, things that you're aware of from other financial experts that might be in other teams than you, and that's really going to be coming from yourself. On the other hand, when you're in wealth management, you're going to be dealing with accountants, lawyers, insurance agents, other financial experts. And the reason why is that you're managing all of their wealth, not just their assets like on this side. So you're going to have a lot of other people kind of in the team working with you. Now, the reason I had mentioned previously that it's important to keep your clients happy is because of the pay. For asset management, it's usually commission-based for sales made. So of course, if you're not making sales and you're not making people happy, they're not going to come back to you. You're not going to have a good reputation, and commission is going to be how you get paid. So it's very very important that you satisfy your clients. It is a similar situation for wealth management because you get a retainer and AUM, or asset under management, fees. And of course, that's basically getting paid for the amount of assets under management that you have. So if you don't have clients, if you don't have a certain amount of AUM, you're not going to make money. Alrighty, everybody, I hope this video was helpful for you. If you have any further questions or want to give me some feedback and just reach out, make sure to look in the description box below. All of my social medias will be linked there. You can message me. Make sure to mention Wall Street Oasis in the message so I can get back to you as soon as possible, and I'll make sure to always respond to you guys. If you guys can like, comment, and share this with any of your friends if you think they can benefit from looking at these videos, it'll also help our channel a lot. If you guys hit subscribe and the notifications bell, you'll be notified every single time that we post a new upload so you can stay in tune. Thanks again for tuning in. We really appreciate it, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.